Yo, guys, what's up? Um, this is just a little video stating some honorable mentions of my favorite horror films. I did a video like a few months ago. I'm not sure when it was. This isn't like they didn't make it on the list. These are just ones that I have that don't have them with me that I enjoy, but I just don't have them. Well, some of them I do have, but like I said, like someone borrows something you don't see it for the next like 10 months, that causes problems. The first one is George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. This is what created zombie films. And if any of you say George Romero wasn't the first to create zombies, shut it. He was the first to create his creature. His creature is different from his type of zombie is different than the zombies from White Zombie and Ghost Breakers. Okay, he invented what's called the Flesh Eater. Anyway, alright, he created the Flesh Eater, which is different from those creatures. So when people say he didn't create the zombie, that's true, but he did create his own creature, and he never intended for them to be called zombies. So people are correct, and they're also partially incorrect. So next is Land of the Dead, George Romero's fourth film. Some people don't like that film. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. I can watch. I can sit through it from beginning to end. It's alright. And the Diary of the Dead, which is his newest one, which is actually pretty good. I was actually surprised. I wasn't expecting anything great. I was expecting like a piece of trash because it's direct to DVD, but I got more than what I bargained for when I checked it out. It's pretty good, and I recommend checking it out. And not a lot of people think fans of that movie. The next one is Repo, the generic opera. I love it because the music's fantastic and the Repo Man is really, really cool. Next one is the film Teeth. Now, some people may know this one, and if for any of you haven't, here's the plot. The plot is this one girl who has a toothed vagina. I'm not kidding. It is one of the most disgusting films you'll ever watch. And not disgusting as how much blood there is in it, because it's not really a gore fest. What's disgusting is just what happens, and I'm not gonna ruin anything for you, but it's very gross, and especially for men. You will gag, you will nearly puke. When I watched it, I was watching it while eating it because I heard things about it, but I didn't actually expect them to show what happened, and they do. I was like, oh God, man, thank you Jesus. Anyways, next one is I don't have an actual one. Oh yeah, John Carpenter's Vampires. This is a very good film, and it has some pretty good vampire sequences. It's not the best vampire movie in the world, but it is one of John Carpenter's finest, I have to admit. And then there's The Thing. Okay, I know I said this isn't a horror film, but people clarified this as horror, so I'm just gonna say why not, and just throw it out there saying, you know, it's a good film and has some horrifying elements. And then there's the original Thing, creature from The Thing. There's the original Thing. I'm not sure what the full title is. I think Thing, Creature from Beyond Space. Now that one's a bit. I like that one better because it's just like the pacing was more than what it was. I thought the pacing was done better because it didn't rely on like gore and stuff, and like you didn't like what you expected what you got, and you didn't like sit there expecting something and then nothing happened. So that's one of the positives I liked about the original Thing. And next is The Last Man on Earth, which is not really a horror film, but it's more of a science fiction psychological thriller type movie. But it has vampires in it, so people like to clarify it as a horror film. It's probably the closest adaptation to I Am Legend as they ever got. Richard Mason didn't like it. I liked it a lot. Actually, it's my favorite out of all of them. There's The Last Man on Earth. This is just for all the people who don't know all the adaptations. Last Man on Earth, The Omega Man with Charlton Heston, I Am Legend with Will Smith, which I thought was a piece of garbage and everyone already knows that already. And then there's I Am Omega, which is the independent film, but instead of using like vampire-like creatures, They used just plain zombies that attacked night and day. The next is the movie Life Force, but it's based off a novel called Space Vampires. It's a very underrated cult classic film. If you haven't checked it out already, I recommend it. Anyways, that's my list of all the runner-ups. No, not runner-ups, but honorable mentions, because I don't have them with me. So, if I get them back, I'll show them here, and like I'll give them their own individual review of them. Anyways, those are my favorite ones. Check them later. Peace.